10 p.m. A message popped up in our Stay on Campus group chat. Everyone, make sure you're properly dressed when leaving your rooms. There is a man in the hallway. Just as everyone was complaining about someone sneaking their boyfriend into the dorm, the same girl sent another message. That man is dead. Dead, sister? What kind of joke are you playing? Even if you just went through a breakup, you can't curse all men to die. No one in the group was scared. Instead, they all started joking around. I was the only one feeling a deep sense of unease. Scrolling through the group chat, I noticed the girl from room 701 hadn't sent another message. So, I asked in the group, "Room 701, are you okay? What exactly happened with the man you mentioned?" "Yeah, 701. Come out and say something. Don't scare people in the middle of the night." She probably just made a typo. Where do you guys really think a man died? Actually, I heard a girl died in this dorm building before. If you want to tell ghost stories, PM each other. Don't spam the group, okay? I need to get my beauty sleep. Sleep? What for? The night has just begun. Get up and party, sisters. Still, there was no message from 701. I had already sent a friend request to 701, but she still hadn't accepted it. Come to think of it, even though we live in the same building, I don't know a single person in this group. It's currently winter break, and the 7 of us are the only ones who had to stay on campus for various reasons. To make communication easier, we formed the Stay on Campus group chat and changed our nicknames to our respective room numbers so we could look out for one another. I live in room 404. I rarely chat in the group, so I know absolutely nothing about the other 6 girls. Just as I was about to check their profiles to find out more information, 701 finally sent a new message. I'm really not lying to you guys. The atmosphere in the group started to grow tense. What exactly is going on? Why do I get the feeling she isn't joking? Yeah, tell us quickly. I'm dying of anxiety. 701. 701. Sister 701, are you there? Why did she disappear halfway through speaking? A moment later, 701 sent several messages in a row. Tonight, I went to the water room at the end of the hall. Just as I turned the corner, I bumped into a man. I wasn't wearing a bra at the time, so I immediately turned back to my room. I waited a while in my room, figuring he should have left by then. So I got dressed and went out. But the moment I got there, I saw that man lying in front of the water dispenser. His head and the floor were completely covered in blood. I was terrified. I ran back to my dorm and locked the door. The others quickly asked, "Did you get a clear look at his face?" No, his hair was very long, almost completely covering his face. Then he must be an outsider. Our school doesn't allow boys to have long hair. Yeah, at first I thought one of you snuck your boyfriend in. So I didn't think much of it. If 701 isn't joking, then the killer is still in this building. After I sent that message, The group fell into a dead silence. The thought that I might be in the same building as a murderer made my scalp tingle. Beads of sweat constantly rolled down my face. A few minutes later, people in the group started speaking again. Everyone, calm down. I have already called the police. I was so scared that I forgot all about calling the police. Sorry, 702. What did the police say? How long until they arrive? The heavy snow has blocked the roads these past few days. I'm afraid the police won't be able to get here anytime soon. I briefly explained our situation and location. The response from the police was that it will take about 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours? I felt a wave of despair. Such a long time was enough for the killer to murder us several times over. Just then, someone made a suggestion in the group. Right now, we are all on different floors, in different rooms. It's too dangerous. Should we gather together? I quickly stopped them in the chat. No. No one can go out. Why not? Isn't going out right now just asking for death? 404 is right. If we rush out, what if the killer is waiting right outside? Whoever suggested it should do it. 602, you're not afraid of dying, right? Then you go out and check the situation. 503, what do you mean by that? Let's not argue at a time like this. We don't even know where the killer is. Until the police arrive, staying obediently in our own dorms is the safest choice. Is it really safe? I looked at my dorm room door. This flimsy door could easily be kicked open. Just then, 701 suddenly accepted my friend request. I was just about to say hi, but her first sentence made me break out in a cold sweat. I suspect the killer is in the group chat. What do you mean by that? Don't you find it strange? Originally, the dorm auntie only gave access cards to the 7 of us. Plus, with the heavy snow blocking the roads, it's impossible for outsiders to get in. The dorm auntie? Right. How did I forget about her? I'll give her a call right now. It's no use, I already tried. She's unreachable. You know how that auntie is. She's not around 8 out of 10 times. If that's the case, then the man you saw could only have been brought in by someone in the group. Or, before we moved in, he was already living in this building. I gasped in shock and continued asking, why are you only telling me? And why should I believe you? Isn't it obvious? If you hadn't stopped them earlier, those idiots would have gone out and gotten killed. Do you know everyone in the group? 702 and 205 are my undergrad classmates. They can be trusted. We've already confirmed our identities via voice messages. If we exclude you and me, that only leaves 209, 602, and 503. Theoretically, yes. Especially 602. She was the one encouraging everyone to go out just now. 701 was right. A good person would advise everyone to value their lives. Only the killer would want us to go out and die. From this perspective, 602 is indeed the most suspicious. But all of this was just our speculation. Maybe 602 simply didn't think that far ahead. At this moment, a terrifying thought popped into my mind. If the killer really was someone in the group chat, wouldn't she already know everyone's exact location? Based on our room number nicknames? By staying in our own rooms. Were we really safe? 701 sent another message. Help, someone is outside my door. I anxiously replied. Who is it? Are you still safe? Who is out there? Did you see her face? Are you still there? Are you there? Message me back as soon as you see this. But 701 didn't reply anymore. Maybe 602 was right. We shouldn't be staying in our own dorms at all. Being picked off one by one like this. How is it any different from just waiting to die? Just then, my phone rang. It was a video call from 701. She's fine. Is she still alive? I hesitantly pressed the accept button. The video connected. But I couldn't see any picture. 701's camera seemed to be blocked by something. I shouted. Are you okay? Turn on the camera quickly. Let me see what's happening over there. 701 didn't speak. The only response I got was the sound of heavy, muffled hacking. My heart sank to the bottom. I used to hear the sound often at the butcher shop downstairs. The person calling me wasn't 701, but the killer. 701 had definitely been murdered. Terrified, I quickly hung up the phone. 701 was already dead. But why did the killer call me? Was it a hint? That I was the next target? No, I can't just sit in my dorm waiting to die. I have to escape. The killer should currently be on the 7th floor. And I am on the 4th floor. Now is the best chance to escape this building. As for the others, I can't afford to care about them right now. I grabbed my phone and ran. There were already many unread messages in the group. When are the police finally coming? Damn it, I posted on Weibo for help. But these netizens are saying I'm making up stories for traffic. A lot of people online have no critical thinking skills. We can't count on them. Sister 701, are you okay now? Did something happen? I haven't been able to contact her for a while. Me too, she hasn't replied to me at all. She's probably just resting from the shock. The police aren't coming. Netizens don't believe us. And 701 isn't replying. I might as well find a rope and hang myself. They had already noticed that 701 was missing. Perhaps in a little while, they would learn the truth about 701's murder. I am no saint. I can barely save myself. Good luck to everyone. I reached the 1st floor lobby. The lobby was completely pitch black. I turned on my phone's flashlight. But what greeted my eyes wasn't the door to freedom, but an iron padlock. We were trapped in this building. It seems the killer came prepared and had sealed this only exit in advance. She wanted to trap us like rats and wipe us all out. And this dilapidated dorm building would be our tomb. I skimmed through the group chat messages. Is it possible that there is no dead body here at all? And everything is just 701E's hallucination? Don't even say that. If that's really the case, I will kill her myself. Then how do you explain 701 disappearing right now? Maybe this building is haunted? I've heard a lot of rumors from upperclassmen before. Come on. We are all highly educated people. Let's not believe in ghost stories. I typed in the chat box. It's no joke. There really is a killer in the building. 701 has already been murdered. The first floor door is locked. Everyone, stay safe. Especially 702, who is on the same floor. Just as I was about to tap send, I hesitated. If I sent this out, would it cause a bigger panic? If the killer saw it, would she target me? I deleted what I had typed. I had to think calmly. The killer had already targeted me, which meant my own room, 404, was definitely no longer safe. 701 had said 702 and 205 were her classmates and could be trusted. I didn't dare go to the 7th floor where 2 people had already died. Plus, it would take a long time to climb from the 1st to the 7th floor. The only place I could seek refuge was to 105. Soon, I was standing in front of room 205. I whispered softly. Sister, are you there? I live in 404. Is 701 your friend? She has most likely been murdered. A shrill female voice came from inside the room. What did you say? 701 is dead? I think so. The 7th floor is very dangerous now. And the 1st floor door has already been. 205's scream interrupted me. I had been keeping my voice low, but she practically yelled it out. I quickly tried to calm her down softly. Sister, please calm down first. Open the door and let me in. If we stay together, we can look out for each other. But 205 didn't seem to believe me. Go away, I won't let you in. I'm not as stupid as they are. You are all liars. Liars, get lost. I was so anxious that my forehead broke out in a cold sweat. Why was 205 reacting so extremely? What should I do? Go back to my own room? But what if the killer was waiting for me in 404? Just then, the door to room 209 opened. Come here quickly. The girl in room 209 poked her head out and called to me. At this point, I had no other choice. I could only rush toward room 209. After I went in, she anxiously asked, What did you mean by what you just said? 701 is dead? Obviously, she had overheard my conversation with 205. I told her everything I knew. After hearing my story, she fell silent. I opened the group chat and noticed that 702 was the only one not messaging. Oh no, 702 might be in danger. The first male body was found on the 7th floor, and the last victim was the girl in 701. Now that 702 has supposedly lost contact, things look very grim for her. Hearing this, 209 wasn't shocked at all. Instead, she said, There's something wrong with 702. Something wrong? Yes. Do you remember she was the first to claim she called the police? Yes. I just called 110. I wanted to confirm with the police when they would be able to arrive. But they said absolutely no one from our area had called. How is that possible? Why would 700 to lie to us? Seeing my disbelief, 209 dialed the police right then and there. Hearing the response from the phone, the police hadn't received any other calls. Find a place to hide for now. We'll be there within an hour. Now it's obvious. The problem lies with 702. She is very likely the killer. Or an accomplice. But the dead 701 said that 702 and 205 were her classmates. Besides, they already confirmed their identities. Who knows if they actually did? Right now, they're the only ones forming a little clique. It's 205. 205 definitely knows something. I realize that 205 might be a breakthrough point. But 205 completely refuses to communicate right now. Nor does she believe anyone. With her mental state, we couldn't get any useful information out of her. We decided to try one more time, to ask 205. We tried every possible method. But 205 still refused to open the door. If we push against this flimsy door together, we should be able to break it open. From the very first impact, 205 started screaming. She screamed while incoherently muttering. They are all dead. You will die too. Everyone will die. But I will definitely be fine. I'll be fine. Just like before. Just like before? What did that mean? Since 205 wouldn't open the door, staying outside was very dangerous. 209 and I quickly headed back. But one thing was certain. Today's events were definitely related to 205. Otherwise, she wouldn't be speaking such nonsense. 209 asked seriously, "Do you dare to go up to the 7th floor with me?" To the 7th floor? Yes. The police will take some time to get here. Before then, there's no way the killer won't act. We have to take the initiative. You mean we strike first? And take out the killer? There's no one else left on the 7th floor. She has no reason to stay there. Taking this time to go up and investigate is our best move. If we run into the killer, are you confident we can win? I'm not confident. But after all, there are two of us. Then let's do as you say. We headed upstairs via the staircase. Perhaps because I was too nervous. It felt like I had been walking for a long time. During this time, we didn't hear a single sound. When we were half a floor away from our destination, a strong smell of blood hit my nose. I thought to myself, this is bad. I made a shush gesture to her. She didn't speak. Just slowed down her pace. At a glance, I could see all the way to the end of the 7th floor. The two of us slowly walked to room 702. The door was slightly ajar. Inside the room, a girl lay dead on the floor. Face up. Her eyes wide open, filled with terror and reluctance. She had multiple wounds on her body, and obvious strangulation marks on her neck. She must have suffocated to death. I covered my mouth tightly, but the tears couldn't stop flowing. 702 was dead. Then the person speaking in the group earlier must have been the killer. Suddenly, footsteps came from the hallway. 209 pulled me behind the door and signaled me to keep quiet. She quickly typed a message on her phone and showed it to me. Don't make a sound, the killer probably hasn't spotted us. I bet she won't return to the crime scene. 209 and I didn't dare make a single sound. The footsteps got closer and closer, and my heart was in my throat. She stopped right in front of room 702. Suddenly, a low female voice came from outside. Sister, I've finally avenged you. Soon, it will all be over soon. Ah, the killer really was a girl. But what did her words mean? Sister? Avenge? 209 and I exchanged a look, both seeing the confusion in each other's eyes. Fortunately, the killer didn't stay at the door for long before leaving. I took out my phone and noticed the group messages had become less frequent. 209 was frantically scrolling up through the chat history. She picked out a message to show me. It was one of the earliest things 602 had said. Actually, I heard. A girl died in this dorm building before. Sister? Revenge? I sent a message directly to the group. 602, what was that about a girl dying in this building before? What exactly happened? Please tell me right now. The killer is still in the building. Everyone stay vigilant. The first floor lobby is locked. Don't run there to die. Time was running out. Survival was the priority. I didn't even care if the killer saw the message. I only heard it from a senior of mine. 3 years ago, a girl in this dorm building was raped. Afterward, she hung herself in her room. How did a man get into a girl's dorm building? I think it was the boyfriend of the victim's roommate. He sneaked in following his girlfriend. Holy crap, that's disgusting. Raping your girlfriend's roommate. How was this handled? I just searched online and didn't see any official announcements. It was definitely suppressed. Haven't you heard the saying? One person dies. The whole dorm gets guaranteed grad school admission. Could today's events be that girl's ghost coming back for revenge? Every wrong has its perpetrator. What does something from 3 years ago have to do with us? No. It's absolutely not a ghost seeking revenge. 701 said she, 702, and 205 were undergrad classmates. If it really is a case of one dies, the whole dorm gets guaranteed admission, then the 3 of them were highly likely the roommates of the victim back then. Because 701 and 702 are already dead. As for the male corpse in the water room, it's very likely he was the rapist from back then. I took out my phone. The killer's last target is 205. Everyone, hurry to 205 to save her. I explained my deduction to 209. Help! Just as we reached the second floor, we heard 205 crying for help. Running to the door, we saw someone inside with her back to us. Sensing someone approaching, the girl turned around. She was holding a knife. Blood dripping from the tip. Was that blood from 701, 702? Or that rapist? 209 tried to pacify her. Girl, please calm down. Calm down. Impossible. I'm going to slash this bitch's face. And then kill her. Hearing this, 205 passed out completely. We know everything about what happened back then. Now she has fainted from fear. The police are almost here. You'd better just surrender. I will wake her up. And then kill her. Otherwise, wouldn't it be too easy on her? I took a step forward. And the girl stepped back warily. What are you doing? I won't hold back against anyone who tries to stop me. I just want to ask you. Are you the younger sister of the victim from back then? If she was your sister, was she really raped and driven to an unjust death? That's right, he raped my sister and got away with it. If I don't kill him, who will? Just because he had people protecting him, my sister had to die in vain. And those roommates, who took bribes and kept their mouths shut, they are all my enemies. Just then, the sound of sirens could be heard. You called the police after all. Holding 205 hostage, she muttered as she backed away. It doesn't matter. I will kill her before the police catch me. With a loud gunshot, the girl fell to the ground. 205 was also taken away. I believe they will definitely receive the judgment they deserve for what happened back then.